Probably one of the more important pieces of learning and being able to troubleshoot this product is what they call ds-trace. So if you're going to be able to troubleshoot what's happening under the covers, what the engine's doing, how is it connecting to the connected system, how are the events being processed, that happens with what we call ds-trace. And basically ds-trace will show you all that information. Well, by default it's not enabled. So what we have to do is we have to go and enable that, and we can do it a few different ways. Let's just go back to our identity management overview. Let's just talk about a few things. So I can turn on trace per individual driver, or I can turn it on globally. The global configuration is on the driver set. So I come in to the driver set, and I go to the miscellaneous tab, and then there is a driver set. Now this really isn't the way to do it, because the problem with doing it on the driver set is if we have an event that comes in, now if I have 10 drivers, I've got each driver will adhere to this driver set, and we got traffic from all 10. So we got all this data from all 10 of them, because the driver set is a global parameter. So what I would do is I wouldn't use the driver set, and if I knew I was trying to troubleshoot an Active Directory problem, I would go in here, edit the properties of the driver, and I would go into the driver config, and you can see here how the trace level is set. I would set it to 3 or 4. You can get the trace level from the documentation. It's really 3 is about all you need to do your troubleshooting. 4 just gets you a little more information and so on. So I'm individually putting the trace on this driver. Now I also, based on the file system, I could also log it to file system, and I could have it roll over. And if I wanted to, let's say I had multiple Active Directory drivers, I could call this domain 1, and then maybe go to the Active Directory driver and call it domain 2. And what would happen in the XML, when it describes the driver name, it would actually put that name in there. So I would know the difference between if I had multiple Active Directory drivers. So this is an example of enabling a driver specifically for logging. So once we have this trace level on, okay, I have this trace level on, now I can try to troubleshoot my Active Directory problem. So the goal, what you try to do is you try to eliminate it down to a driver. You know what, this isn't working in this system. Well, then turn off your trace on your other drivers, go to this individual driver, turn it on, and now you can work with Active Directory and try to figure out what's going on in that connected system.